Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
And my name is Chris. And Nick, what do we got in store today?
Today, Chris, we are taking another look at XRP. Absolutely gearing up for a rally, I feel, Chris. As we record this, it is currently at 61 cents. So really interested to know what this is by the time this video goes out, which will be really interesting. But we're going to be talking XRP. We're going to have a look at the charts. We're going to have a look at what's happened in the last 24 hours. And then we're going to have a look at see what Goldman Sachs hedge fund chief is saying, that he is warming towards XRP and analyzing potential for the third largest cryptocurrency. So we're going to get into that, see what's going on there, and give our kind of thoughts, I guess, on price as well. I think we're seeing so much action and discovery with XRP currently. I think it's important that we get some thoughts out there and yeah, really get some kind of like concrete analysis done. So really interesting to see what's in store for XRP. So yeah, as always, guys, if you find this useful and informative, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really appreciates it. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. Right, Chris, let me just jump over to the markets and see what's happened in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, let's get into it. I love this project.
Right, so here we are on CoinMarketCap. We are currently sat on, if I just give this a refresh, 568 billion USD with 107 trading billions. Sorry, I meant to say 107 billion in trading volume. Bitcoin's dominance is 62.6%. And we are now watching 21 projects here on Cheeky Crypto. It seems to be growing ever so much. So basically, there's a mix of greens and reds. So I'm going to try to call out some big shots here. We've got XRP at 6.4% up for the day. Is there anyone else to shout out? I guess we've got Polymath at 3.5, but nothing other than that. XRP is leading the pack here for us. So XRP is currently trading at 61.9 cents, really trying to push through a barrier of resistance at the moment. We have a market cap of $28 billion, trading volume 10 billion, circulating supplies to 45.3 billion, and the maximum supplies to 100 billion, and total supply currently is obviously lower than that because of burn rates, etc. So if we go down here, we can see the recap on the all-time high is $3.84, and that was January the 4th, 2018, and I really want to see a 2020 there. I really do. I'm not sure I'm going to see it, but maybe well, it's definitely going to be updated. It's either going to be 2020 or 2021. So yeah, really good to see what happens in the next few days there. So let's have a look at the charts, Chris. So this is the XRP to USD chart, and I have this on the daily. I've also included the MACD lines at the bottom here to give us an idea of what's going on there as well. So as I was talking about resistance lines just a moment ago, we have a fib retracement on our chart. This is from the 4th of November through to the 24th of November on that high, and the resistance is actually this 23%, this 23.6% retracement level, currently sitting here approximately at the 62.6 cents. Okay, and we need to get through there before we can start testing the 65 cent level, okay, which is another major resistance if I zoom right the way out from way back in 2018, 17-18 bull run, right? So we need to obviously get past those key levels. And what I've done is I've actually marked on quite a few different resistance levels as we start approaching these higher numbers. But one of the things I wanted to really kind of talk you guys through was my thoughts on what the pattern looks like. Okay, so the pattern that we've seen here, if I, can I stretch it out that way? Yeah, I can do that. That's cool. Right, so the pattern here that we see is something that we saw way back in the earlier seasons as well. Okay, so we had this kind of rally up here, come down, and then we shot up, and it's kind of this 1, 2, 3 motion. You head up, you go down, you go up, right? And that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment over here. So we could be in multiple different stages of legs, right? And that's probably what's going to happen. We have the the level that's probably most similar to this one, up here, here, and then here, which is then here, then up, right? So there's multiple different levels to it. Now, the difference between here in 2017-18 and where we are today is we've actually had a retest of an area much, much sooner, which could mean that we end up with a more of a parabolic run sooner rather than later. So we've gone up, and then we tested all the way back down at this level and came back up, then came down, and we tested this level. Okay, and now we're on the way back up again. So what we're potentially going to see is a run way past all of these other levels much sooner than we had seen in previous rallies. That being said, we could still see a more of a downward trend towards the 46 level again, but because it was already tested, I find it very unlikely. That being said, I still hold my hands up and say it's possible, but I don't think with the pressure of Spark and everything else happening, I think we're going to see higher numbers than lower ones. So as always, we think two different sets of opinion here, Chris, don't we? We're either going to go to new all-time high levels, and that's where Chris's camp's currently sat. He thinks way up into the sky, which is nice thinking. I think we're probably more going to see like somewhere between $2 and $2.60. And I think, one way or another, we're going to see some decent numbers in the coming days and weeks. For next year, I also think we're going to see $15 to $20 XRPs based on us starting this run in a similar way that we started this run, but from a higher base, right? So if you think of our current position as this kind of position here, down here at this level, we have a huge potential to go right up in percentage growth from our current position here, and we could start seeing those really high numbers for XRP that could equal $15-20 quite comfortably. So really one to watch out for and to pay attention to going forward. Chris, is there anything you wanted to add on charts and price at this point before we go ahead and take a look at what these hedge funds are talking about?
No, just it's looking to start a run, but it just keeps bouncing, doesn't it, at the minute? But yeah, it looks like it wants to break out. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this week.
Absolutely, and one thing I like pointing out actually, so we have it look at it from a week point of view. We can see that what's happened, right, and where we were, what happened in the past. We could say that we're in this kind of run, right, and we might have little bumps and whatnot. So this run here looks very similar to this run. We went up, right, and then we're consolidating down currently and so forth. So brace ourselves. This is what's happened so far in the last few weeks, and it's very similar to the starting position that we were here. So do watch out for. I think it's very interesting to watch the history. Obviously, different circumstances this time around, but very similar starts. So do brace ourselves. I think we're going to be in for a nice ride. I think to the moon coming up, Chris. It's going to be a good one. Definitely. Right. With that said, let's go ahead and look at this. Former Goldman Sachs hedge fund chief says he's warming to XRP, analyzing potential of the third largest cryptocurrency. So a prominent macro strategist and former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager says XRP has piqued his interest, I should say. So 𝗕𝗚𝗠𝗠𝗃𝗀, who formerly invested 98% of his liquid net assets into Bitcoin and holds a small amount of Ethereum, is now learning all he can about the third largest cryptocurrency. What's really interesting there is he's 98% of his liquid net assets gone into there. Yeah, no one wants to be holding cash, do they? That's for certain.
Nope.
So I'm warming to XRP, to be honest. I now have a basic understanding. I don't own it. Powell's public exploration of XRP triggered a wide range of responses on crypto Twitter. He says the naysayers are only making him more interested in forming his own opinions. And here's a quote. I love this. This is fantastic, right? If someone tells me not to look at Ripple, I'm going to go and look at Ripple, because you know what? Let me start that again. I will go and look at Ripple because you will not tell me what to do. I love it. And I will find out for myself what its flaws and what its potential benefits are, and assess the profitability myself. I may reach exactly the same conclusion as you. I may reach the complete different conclusions. So Powell says traders should make level-headed and independent judgment calls on investment opportunities and always analyze whether the market is undervaluing the potential of a given asset. And here's another quote, right? So I don't own Ripple. I'm not here into that fight. But let's assume I think it has a 10% chance of becoming something much bigger, but the whole market is giving it 0.5% chance. That misalignment in risk reward is a huge opportunity. That's what we do in financial markets. We remain open. So you can't find financial markets and go, we'll only, I'm only going to trade in Apple and every other company is a fraud. They're not as good because their phones aren't as good. I mean, that's ridiculous. What we look for is okay, but where is the circular trend change, right? What's the best vehicle to express that view? And can I diversify that view? Can I add juice to that view? Can I create alpha around that view? Okay, so really powerful quotes, really there, Chris. Telling a story that no one's going to tell him what to do. He's going to make his own judgment calls. He's going to look for what the misalignments are between what people's opportunities versus the actual opportunity. And he's basically saying he's open to it, which is really, really good stuff. Ultimately, sorry, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I was just going to add. I mean, I did watch the interview for this one, and it's like a proper investor talking about how investments work and stuff like that. And when you consider the likes of the Rothschilds and stuff, and we've gone through each and every one of their holdings, right? And you quite often see that they're into McDonald's and Burger King as a prime example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Like, they're not just in one, they're in both, they're in them all. And that's just investments, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah. Fantastic. So here's another quote, right? Actually, no, before I get to that, ultimately, Powell says that macro traders often have a unique perspective on the markets, and he urges crypto enthusiasts to keep an open mind as to what's required to bring new money into the space. So here's a quote, right? So that's why I come at it. And I think that all the macro guys, we just come at it differently. And I understand that some of the crypto community doesn't like that because it's kind of feels like we're ambushing the space. But much like I talked about with regulations, I get people upset when I say regulations is a good thing. But if you want to get rich, people are going to have to come into the space. And never a truer word has been spoken in that regard, Chris. We cannot expect huge amounts of money to come into this space that is so desperately required in order to prevent volatility to the degree that it is. But also, if our whole ambition is to generate wealth, then we need to have the wealthy guys coming into this space. And to do that, they need regulations, they need clarity. And they need to have the freedom to be able to actually operate in this space, not through negative means, as a lot of them do have some dodgy pasts when it comes to manipulation, etc. But that will come as a part of it. But we have to be open to banks coming in here, and I know that kind of defeats the object of why it was created in the first place. But unfortunately, if we want things to go mainstream, we need regulations, we need clarity, and we need people with money to come into the space.
Yeah, and I've said it time and time again on our live streams. The regulations, right? It's a good thing if you're an investor in this space, and we've been saying it time and time again. And it is the clarity that is required for money to come in and for us all to become wealthy. Just like what's been covered, Nick. It really is.
Absolutely. So guys, if you found this useful and informative, go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it. I really appreciate it. The whole Cheeky Crypto community really appreciates it. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. And with that said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.